Hello, the game is Lost Ark, being published by Amazon on Steam for the good old US of A. And probably some other places, but I don't know. All I care about is USA because that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm going to play. I'm so happy. So about a year ago, I made a video, and you can go on my channel and look for it if you want, about Lost Ark, just my thoughts and what I experienced. I was interested in it because Lost Ark is like, ARPG with MMO elements to it, right? So it's an ARPG MMO, and there isn't one of those. There's Path of Exiles, there's Diablo. They're not really MMOs though, so they always had that lacking thing that I wanted. And Lost Ark was like that answer, but it wasn't available in the United States. So yeah, I did all the hacky things, and so I got the VPN and the translation pack and all the little installs and little program that let me capture the screen and little images of the screen so I could translate it using optical character recognition. It was so intense. I understand why a lot of people did not do that, but I was extremely interested in the game because it checked a lot of the boxes, and I really wanted to check it out. So I highly advise you check out that video. But anyway, what is Lost Ark? Lost Ark is an action RPG like Diablo or Path Exile with MMO elements. But it's a little bit more to it than that. It is a Korean game, so some of my criticisms were it's kind of grindy. There's limitations. You can only do so many things a day. They kind of hamper you. There's a whole bunch of currencies that I didn't even get into. But, there's a lot of negatives. It has a lot of that Eastern design, gambly, RNG, multiple currencies. It just has a lot of that stuff in it that most Western gamers don't like, understandably. I don't like it, but it's a very good looking game. It feels good. Like, that was the thing. Like, does it feel good? Like, when you use your action, how does that action feel? It's very impactful how they designed it. The sound is very awesome. So it's definitely a game I'm going to play. I've already pre-ordered it or whatever. I got the beta access thing, so I can get in it early, do the beta, get 3 days early access. You can get that on Amazon and Steam. I've done it, so if you're interested in it, keep an eye on my channel. I'm definitely going to be making videos about Lost Ark. Definitely, because I'm definitely going to be playing it. Will I love it? Will I stick with it? I don't know. That depends on the end game and how much they change it. How pay to win is it? It is a free to play game. I guess I should go into the details, right? Instead of just rambling about this stuff. Let me get into the details for you. So you can get this game from Amazon right now. It's going to be free to play. So it's going to come out sometime, they said, before 2022. So we're assuming December, right? That's what everybody's assuming. It's going to be free to play. You don't have to pay anything for it. So definitely going to be some pay to win elements in there. You can always tell. You can tell that already just by looking at these pre-order bonuses that they have and these currencies that you can buy and stuff like that. Hopefully it's mostly cosmetic, maybe some services and stuff like that, but most likely it's going to probably be pay to win. Right now you can buy these pre-order packages that give you basically the main reason to buy it is so you can have beta access and you get 3 days early access, right? 3 days so you can get a little head start on everybody. Probably get your names reserved and things like that. Definitely why I bought it. It's probably why most people buy these things. The cheapest one is $15. So bronze is $15. The silver one is $24.99. Gold is $49.99, and platinum is $99.99. And with it you get extra stuff. But I think really, one thing I like about this is that the cheapest one has all the major check marks, right? You get beta access, you get the head start, and you get a title, right? They're the three main things. The title nobody can get unless you pre-order it. That's a thing people love. The beta access, obviously, is like the big seller, and the small head start is a big seller too. The rest of it's just bonuses. So I do appreciate that they at least put that in the cheapy $15 bronze package. You get 3 of the major check boxes just doing that package. That's the package I got. I don't need any of that other stuff. The bigger packages have things like an exclusive mount, a founder's avatar, an extra character slot. So they're probably going to be limiting character slots, probably storage, all this stuff. You get royal crystals, which are probably like a currency to buy stuff with in their cash shop. Um, but basically, it's a free game, so somebody's got to pay for it, and most likely it's going to be the whales and a little bit from the everyday man or woman. So looking into it, like where do you buy this from? Right? Do you buy it from Amazon? Do you buy it from Steam? You can buy it from either one, Amazon or Steam. My recommendation, I would just get it on Steam. I would go through Steam. I trust Steam for games more than I do Amazon. It doesn't matter though. Regardless, Amazon's going to get your Steam ID. So if you buy it from Amazon, you still have to log in via Steam. If you buy it on Steam, you still have to associate your Amazon account for login. So they're going to get you one way or another. They're going to associate your Amazon account with your Steam account. So you might as well just buy it on Steam, like every other game in your Steam playlist, and just deal with it that way. That's what I did. That's my advice. Do what you want to do. But in the end, I'm really super stoked because I've always wanted a ARPG MMO, and this is it. And it has some shortcomings, but what doesn't? I mean, Diablo 3 has shortcomings. Path of Exile has shortcomings. We all know that. Like, it's we all know what would make a perfect game, but developers choose not to do it for profits. It's plain and simple. It's just the way the world is these days. It's what we have to accept. Hopefully companies, do a better job. Final Fantasy, I'm playing that right now. And, it's almost damn near marvelous in a lot of aspects as it's designed, but I have criticisms. The fact that I have to buy the game, full box price, I have to buy the expansions, I have to pay a full price subscription, and then they still nickel and dime me with other stuff, like retainers for $2 each. They have a cash shop with things that are unavailable in the game, so they're taking content out of the game and putting it into their cash shop, like $30 mounts and all kinds of craziness. So, what are you gonna do? If I hate it as much as the next person, but this is what the world is. Like, standards have become lowered. The masses are now gamers. And this is kind of what it's become. So hopefully some designers like the Pantheon dev team can bring back a little bit of the classic type business model where it's subscription only with not a lot of stuff, where they keep the content in the game that you can earn in the game. But anyway, what are you gonna do? This is a good game. I highly recommend everybody try it out, especially since it's going to be free. If you like ARPGs, you'll probably like this. It does feel pretty good. It doesn't feel sloppy, at least when I was on the RU server, and that was with me playing from America via a VPN. Via a VPN. That's a bad word combination. So playing with a VPN from America on a Russian server, and it still felt great and responsive. As far as what the MMO aspects are like, I'd say it's probably a little bit like Final Fantasy. If I had to say this is Diablo mixed with which MMO, I would say Final Fantasy. It has a main storyline. It has instanced, dungeons where you do a little party finder thing and you go into it. There's a lot more to the game, and I've only experienced the first part of it. So I didn't sit there and spend a lot of time. I spent about a few weeks playing it pretty casually because I do work, I have a family, I have a job. I don't have a lot of time to just sit there for 8 hours a day. I mean, we all wish we could be Asmon, right? And just sit there and not shower and eat Taco Bell all day and play video games and get rich. But the reality is the majority of us don't have a lot of time to put into it. So I put in what I could. I liked it. I had enough. I played it enough to where I go, okay, if this ever comes to America, I'm on it, whatever it is. If I gotta buy it, if it's free to play, I don't care. I'm gonna do it. So my advice is definitely look into it. Sorry for being so rambly. Definitely check out my video. And that video is super rambly because that's when I first started making videos. So in my head, I wasn't even thinking about shortening time frames. I'm just I'll ramble on in that video and tell stories, EverQuest stories, and all kinds of weird stuff. But I think it's a pretty good video that might give you some insight that a lot of the big guy gamers aren't going to give you. And that's kind of where my channel comes into play, right? Like, a lot of people are just trying to make really condensed videos and just giving everybody the information that they want to get the clicks, to get the money, get the clicks, get the money, right? So I think I can provide that little bit of extra insight that maybe other people don't get. I think it might be frustrating for some people because I do sit here and blah 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 like I'm doing now. But you know, I think some people do appreciate that, and that's who I'm here for. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe. Stay around. I'm definitely going to be putting out some Lost Ark videos when I start playing it, when I get into the beta and get some more footage and, you know, be giving my opinions. And I'll definitely be doing that. I might be doing some Final Fantasy stuff because that's what I'm playing right now. Still going through the storyline. I'm in Heaven's Sword right now. I'm probably halfway through it. Having fun, leveling up some alts, trying to level up alts while I still have my XP buff, my path to 70 going. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'll talk to you guys later. See you in the next video. Take care.